Everyone, hello. This video is to show you how to access OneDrive, which is the school email route rather than Gmail. We don't use Gmail, we use OneDrive or Microsoft. So you'll go to the pxu.org website, hover over Info for Students, click on that. Near the bottom, you'll see Student Email, so you'll click on that. I naturally have mine saved, M. Dunkley, but yours will be like M or J. Hernandez at student.phoenixunion.org. Yours is longer than ours. Once you type that in, your password is 1 capital P lowercase u with a bunch of random numbers and letters. And I should have actually said your email will more be like jhernandez1234 at student.phoenixunion.org. You have random numbers too. 1 PU with some numbers, and then sign in. You will then see something like this, a bunch of options on the top, maybe more at the bottom, but usually just these top options. Outlook is your email, not Gmail, but Outlook. OneDrive is where we're going to go today. Then you have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, which your teachers might use a lot of. Teams, here's another option for Teams. Stream is where teacher videos are if they ever record their classes, and forms are different types of tests. So today we're going to OneDrive. Under OneDrive, your folder might have nothing or a couple things if you're a junior, sophomore, senior. I have lots of folders and documents. So the first thing you can do is make a new folder, and I would title that your class, whatever class you're doing an assignment for. So I'll just do sample, and I use AA to make it at the top. So I made a class folder for whatever class I'm making. That way I have everything organized. I go into that folder and there should be nothing because it's new. So now I want to create a new Word document, maybe Excel or PowerPoint, one of those for your class purposes. I'm going to do a new Word document. Word looks online about the same as the app Word. It doesn't have everything. So for instance, we were doing some projects where you insert a shape, like a star or a heart or a banner. They don't have or doesn't appear to have a shape. So I'll show you how you can still insert shapes. Home has the normal traditional stuff. Layout, you can still change the look or the margins or sideways orientation, and then a few other options, but we're going to show you how to edit it on the app itself. So you actually start online, open up a document, and then hit Open in Desktop App. Now it will make or give you a few pop-ups. I'll say Open in Word, Microsoft Word. And then it actually pops up the way the Word document would normally look if you were to do the app route, not the online route. So here's my document. Those few options that weren't available, I think, was insert shape. Now they're here. I can insert shapes here. I can then, with that shape, do all of those shape formats of different colors and outlines, arranging it so you can move it around easier. So on the app, there's more options than while online, not as much stuff. So I'll close this little pop-up, and then what's neat is as I save on the app, starting first online to the app, I will hit the save button. It's right now just called document, but I'll hit save, and then suddenly when you go back to the internet, it should reload and find that new look. Maybe I have to hit the reload button up here, and online automatically connects to or recognizes what I did on the app. So if I were to start typing in here and then hit save, come back over here, it should slowly pop up, or I hit reload, and there's the letters that I typed into the box. How to name the document is much easier too. All you do is go to the top where it has saved, where it automatically saves. You never have to hit save, and change the name. So easiest and best way to keep things organized is to let me see. There we go. I just need to close it. is to name it something that you'll remember. So sure, Megan Dunkley, but then I won't know what document it is. So maybe I do the research on a tool. And now I hit enter and it's saved. Still automatically saves. I know what the topic is. So when I go back to my folder, it still shows up as document. I'll hit reload and it should have renamed my assignment. So now I know exactly what it is, saved it automatically, and if I were to open it in desktop, everything will also be there. Finally, other easy ways to share projects or to share with especially teachers, maybe students if you're working together, is to hit that share button and then choose which way you'd like them to see it. Certain people or anyone with the link would be the best option. People with, in the Phoenix Union District, that means anyone can see it. So the best one would be anyone with the link, and then apply that before you send the email. So if you're sending it to me, you'd slowly write in M. Dunkley, or a different teacher, maybe you know their first name, there's another teacher at Hayden, or another name, I'll do Johnson, and we have a couple Johnsons in the district. So that's how you that's how you share the link. You could also copy it, and it automatically creates a link to then send to the teacher. So this video once again showed you how to go to the PXU website, choosing the student email, finding OneDrive, creating a new folder under OneDrive, going into that folder and making a new document of some sort. That document, you can name it at the top, you can edit it just like normal, you can share it with specific people, making sure you pick anyone with the link and applying it, and then also editing it in the desktop app, so that way you can do more things that the online version doesn't have. Of course, when you're here and you work, make sure you still hit save, and it will reconnect to this online version, and they'll work together. There you go.